All right, guys, what do you want to do today? You want to save the world. We got to save the world. You know how we're going to do it? We're going to switch to renewable resources. Now, I know what you're going to say. What about all these resources we have right now? Like 722,000 people work in these jobs. And we're just going to get rid of them? It doesn't work like that. We're talking over 3 points: the amount of energy that we use, the cost, and the people that we will help without energy. Now, first, let's take a look at it. We got our solar energy. Obviously, everyone knows what solar energy is, right? You know what solar energy is? All right, cool. We got our wind turbines. Everyone sees those on the long drives through the countryside. Pretty boring, but they're cool to look at. And the third one that's not too talked about is the hydroelectric energy, which is water. We use dams for that. Now, we got to look at the other ones first. So we have coal. This is used on trains, everything like that, to burn, and it's used quite a bit. A lot of people work with it. Next, we have oil. Now, this is down in Texas and in Saudi Arabia or wherever that is. I don't know, something like that. Third, we have gas. Now, gas we use for your stove, for your car, whatever you need. And fourth, we have the nuclear energy, which is very cool, but very dangerous. Now, these resources are not renewable. So one by one, they'll slowly disappear from our Earth. We don't have them anymore. What do we turn to? First, we're going to turn to wind turbines. Now, wind turbines will produce a lot of power, so much power that we currently need 12.5 trillion terawatts of energy to power the world. But if we switch to just renewable resources, we'll only need 11.5. Now, wind turbines will produce 40 to 85 terawatts on their own. Do the math. That is 30 terawatts more than what we need right now. Solar energy will produce 580 terawatts on its own if we switch to just solar power. Do the math, that's a lot bigger number. Can't do it right now. Now, with that being said, we can't use wind turbines and solar energy wherever we want. There's a lot of places that we can't reach, like the ocean way on top of mountains. But if we put these turbines and these solar panels where we can, it'll only cover less than 2% of the Earth today, with a total cost that comes out to a really big number, which I will explain later. Now, we switch to hydroelectric energy. Hydroelectric energy is for water and whatever, dams. We see dams all the time, don't we? Just kidding, we live in Council Bluffs, we don't have those. Now, if you look at the facts, 20% of the gas that we use is used for energy, where the other 80% is just expelled in carbon monoxide and stuff like that. Whereas 80% of the solar energy can be used to power your car. Now we look at some numbers. These numbers go to show you how much energy we actually use. Over here on the right is the production. This is the production of non-renewable resources. And this right here in the middle is renewable resources. Now you can't really see it, but here it says 8.6 terawatts of renewable resources. And this is 75 terawatts of renewable resources. Now, when you look at the total consumption right here, we use 95 terawatts of energy for non-renewable resources. That is 25 terawatts more than what we actually need. Now we're going to go talk money. Money is a big issue today, as you know, broke kids, broke parents. So it'll currently cost 7 cents to a kilowatt hour to power these plants. Now, it might seem very confusing, but for every kilowatt of energy we get, it only costs 7 cents, whereas the non-renewable resources cost 9 cents. So you're saving 2 cents for every kilowatt hour. In 10 years, it'll cost $100 trillion for all of these renewable resources. But if you look in the big picture, it's all to save the world, which is saving us and our kids and the future kids, which is all a great thing. Hydroelectricity only costs 0.85 cents to the kilowatt hour, which is extremely cheap, and most of those are in place today. Now we go and look at the people that we can save. Now we look at the people that we could save. Many people think of Africa when you think of people that are in need of energy. Did you know 625 million people in Africa go without energy every day? That is 68% of the population. Think about 68% of the population in America without power. What kind of place is that? No? No. Exactly. It's a lot of people. Now, I know we've talked about a lot. We're going to recap real quick. Talk about the hydroelectric energy, how it's in place today in many spots, and it can use a lot of energy to help us. Then we talked about the money. Money is the biggest issue, but it's all worth it. And then the people that we can save. And these people are important no matter what, no matter where they're from, what they do. So now, when you think about it, I want you to look back. What do we have to do? Save the world. Good. Someone's listening. How are we going to do it? Renewable resources. And that's what we're going to do to save the world. Thank you.